How the Mighty Fall? How the Mighty Fall, Why Even the Best Empires Collapse. Part 1. Introduction. No one is invincible. Welcome back to the channel. In the world of business and personal development, we spend most of our time studying how to succeed. We analyze the habits of billionaires and the strategies of market leaders. But we often ignore the most important lesson of all: how to stay at the top once you get there. The truth is, even the mightiest can fall. Why did industry titans like Motorola, Circuit City, and Zenith, companies that once dominated the world, simply disappear? Jim Collins, the author of Good to Great, discovered that organizational decline is like a silent disease, much like early-stage cancer. It is incredibly hard to detect but easy to cure in the beginning. By the time it's easy to detect, it's often too late to save the patient. Today, we are decoding the 5 stages of decline found in Jim Collins's chilling masterpiece, How the Mighty Fall. Let's learn how to protect your own empire from the traps of success. Part 2. The 5 stages of collapse. Stage 1. Hubris Born of Success. Decline begins when people become arrogant. When a company becomes highly successful, its leaders start to believe that success is a right, not something that must be earned every single day. They lose sight of the original why that made them great and start believing they have the Midas touch, that anything they do will naturally succeed. Arrogance replaces the humble inquiry that built the foundation. Stage 2. Undisciplined Pursuit of More. Arrogance leads directly to greed. In Stage 2, the company tries to grow too fast. They jump into areas where they have no expertise. They hire the wrong people who don't fit the culture, and they become obsessed with size and scale rather than quality and depth. They lose their Hedgehog Concept and start chasing every shiny new opportunity, spreading themselves so thin that they eventually snap. Stage 3. Denial of Risk and Peril. This is the most dangerous psychological stage. Even when the warning signs are everywhere, declining sales, unhappy customers, or internal friction, leaders choose to look away. They spin negative data to make it look positive. They blame external factors like the economy or the unfair competition instead of looking in the mirror. Internal communication breaks down, and people are afraid to speak the brutal facts to the boss. Stage 4. Grasping for salvation. When the crisis can no longer be hidden, the panic sets in. Instead of going back to the disciplined hard work that made them great, the company starts looking for a miracle. They hire a flashy savior, CEO from the outside, they launch a desperate world-changing product, or they make a massive, risky acquisition. They are looking for a silver bullet to fix everything in one move. But as Collins points out, there is no silver bullet, only the hard work of the flywheel. Stage 5. Capitulation to irrelevance or death. In the final stage, the resources are gone and the hope is exhausted. The company either declares bankruptcy or is sold off for parts. Its greatness is now nothing more than a memory in a history book. Part 3. Highlights. Is there any hope? Jim Collins emphasizes a vital point. Falling to stage 4 does not have to be the end. A company can be deep in the grasping for salvation phase and still make a legendary comeback. How? By waking up, by stopping the search for magic and returning to the principles of good to great. It requires a leader to admit they were wrong, get the right people back on the bus, and start pushing that flywheel again, one rotation at a time. Legends like IBM and Xerox have done it in the past. The key to survival is not avoiding failure, but having the resilience to learn from it before you hit stage 5. Part 4. Analysis. Lessons for the individual. This book isn't just for multi-billion-dollar corporations. It is a powerful lesson in humility for every one of us. When you achieve a major goal, a promotion, a successful business, or a personal milestone, that is precisely when you are most at risk. Hubris can sneak into our lives the moment we think we have it all figured out. Sustainable success requires a level of productive paranoia. You must stay vigilant, keep learning, and never assume that today's victory guarantees tomorrow's win. The biggest takeaway for us as individuals is to stay grounded in our core values and to never stop doing the small, disciplined things that got us to the top in the first place. Part 5. Conclusion. Stay humble, stay great. How the Mighty Fall is the final piece of the puzzle in Jim Collins's research. It teaches us that greatness is a fragile thing, and the price of staying great is eternal vigilance and a quiet, humble soul. Thank you for watching this summary. Which of the 5 stages do you think is the most common in today's tech world? Have you ever seen a person or a company reach stage 4 and actually climb back up? Let's share some examples in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to finish our series on Jim Collins and discover more books that build better leaders. Until next time, stay humble, stay disciplined, and never stop reaching for greatness.